Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we still continue with the topic of annuities, calculating the future value of an annuity. And this question information below refers to questions number H to K, where we are told that Jack is a keen fisherman who wishes to own a boat. And the boat that Jack likes and that suits his needs currently cost 450,000 rands. It says currently, not at the end of the year, currently. And it escalates at 15% per annum. And Jack has given himself 3 years to save towards buying the boat. And I like the fact that Jack is given himself 3 years to save, not to buy it through finance lease, and is willing to save at a saving account that earns interest at 7.5% per annum, compounded on a monthly basis. So now we are first required, we know that this is the cost which will increase by 15%. Forget not that. We are required to calculate the cost of the boat at the end of year 3. So now we need to increase the cost of this boat by 15%, which is inflation every end of the year. So we're calculating cost of the boat, and the cost of the boat escalates by 15%. So now it will be 450,000 rands times by 1.15. It will give us the cost after 1 year. 450,000 times by 1.15, we get 517,500. Then we need to say the 517,500 must increase by 1.15. Remember, this is year 1, then now we are in year 2. Times by 1.15, this will be 595,000. 595,125. Then we go to year 3 and say the 595,125, multiply this by 1.15, will give us the cost of the boat in 3 years time, which is 684,393 rand 75 cents. This is year 1, year 2, year 3. So this is the cost that we're looking at, that Jack is willing to save towards. We're not speaking of cents here, we're speaking of real thousands of rands that Jack is willing to save towards buying the boat cash, not on finance lease. Now it says Jack can only start saving towards the purchase of the boat from the end of month 8. So Jack is only willing to start making payments from month 8. Remember, our focal date is 3 years and our focal date is 36 months at the same time, because now 3 years is 36 months. Now Jack is willing to start making savings from month number 8. Then the question is, what is the amount of monthly deposits that Jack must make to reach his target at the end of year 3? The first deposit, there's more clarity. The first deposit is made at the end of month 8, and the last deposit is made at the end of month 36. The interest is still the same at 7.5%. There was no change in the interest rate, and still compounded monthly. Remember, there can be change in the interest rate during the payment monthly period from month number 8 to month number 36, and I highlighted a question of that nature previously. So now let us calculate now the PMTs that Jack must make, or the payments that Jack must make. So now we say plus minus the amounts that he wants to raise, because he wants to raise 684,000 rands 393 cents and 93 and 75 cents. This is what Jack wants in the future. So he wants to save monthly towards getting this future value. the interest that Jack is going to be earning in his savings account is 7.5% divided by 12 because it's compounded monthly. N will be 36 minus 7 because Jack will start saving from month number 8 up to month number 36. So now we always deduct the month before the first payment. 36 minus 7, that means we are starting, or Jack is going to start making payments from month number 8 for 29 months. So N is the number of payments. Then we say compute PMT. Then now we know how much payments must be made in order for Jack to get to his target of 684,393.75 So now let us compute those PMTs using the hard copy calculator that I have in my disposal, which is not visible in your eye. Don't forget second function alpha 00 to clear the memory. You press the button plus minus 684,393.75 is the future value. Then 7.5 divided by 12 is I. You press I. Then after 29 is our N. Then we compute PMT. Jack must be able to save 21,000. Oh, sorry, 2,000, not 21,000, 2,000, or 21,000, yes, 21,599 rands 10 cents. This is how much Jack must save monthly, every month for 29 months in order for him to get to the boat that is costing or expected to cost 684,393 after a period of 3 years or period of 29 payments. So we said 6 and plus minus, we said plus minus 684,393.75, which was the future value. We said 7.5 is our interest, divided by 12 is our I. We said 29 is our N. We said comp PMT 21,599 rand 10 cents. I just wanted to verify that once. So now this is the first response to the second part of the question, which is question number I. So we go to number J. Number J says, due to personal circumstances. There are circumstances that are personal, that are beyond sometimes our control, that can make us to miss some of the payments. Due to personal circumstances, Jack missed the deposits at the end of month 18 to month 22. That means Jack missed the payment of 21,599 rand 10 cents from a month as specified, month 18 to month 22. Therefore, now the question is, what must the remaining deposits increase to starting at the end of month 23 in order for Jack to reach his target by the end of year 3? The first deposit is made end of month 8, and deposits from month 18 to 22 were missed. The last deposit is made at the end of month 36, and the interest is earned at 7.5% per annum compounded monthly. So now, in other words, Jack made payments from month number 8 to month number 17, missed 18 to 22, then resume from month 23 up until month 36. And now, hence it says the last deposit is made at the end of month 36 after resuming from month 23. A very lovely scenario again, and I'll try to simplify for you as much as I can. Let me just draw a line so that we can have some kind of a picture of what we are talking about in terms of the underline. So we are very clear that we have a time frame. and this time frame is a time frame of 36 months. So our focal date there is 36. So there at the end we have 36, right at the end 36. From month number 8 up until month number 17, Jack made payment of 21,599 rand 10 cents, and those payments continued up to month number 17. Remember, because payments were missed from month number 18 to month number 22. So now that means whenever there is a change or there is a stoppage, we always need to calculate the future value here. We need to calculate the future value on the last payment. Now from month number 18, there was zero payment. Up to month number 22, there was zero payment because of personal 18, 19, 20, 21. There was zero payments because of personal circumstances that Jack was experiencing. But despite the personal circumstances, Jack is still keen and is focused onto getting to his target, because in month 23, Jack wants to resume the payments. He is willing to resume the payments, but obviously at month 23, when Jack resumes the payments will have to be higher than before. Why? Because Jack has to cover for these payments that he missed. So now from months 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, we still have a question mark of how much Jack will have to pay. And that question mark will be answered by first knowing how much is the future value of these payments. Remember, the minute we get the future value of these payments, we do the same thing that we've been doing. We change this future value to become the present value. Thank you, I'm sure you already knew that. We change the future value to become the present value because this future value will remain in the account earning interest for the months where there was no payment, and when there was the resumption of the payments, or they resumed the payments up until month 36. So now we need to raise this earning interest every month up until month 36. The minute we get this future value, then we say this future value of the payments up to month number 17 minus the 684,393.75 will give us the remaining balance that Jack wants to make new payments from month 23 up to month number 36. I hope I made myself quite very clear now. Now let me then now use this same page where I have shown my explanation. Then now we say our PMT. Remember, PMT we calculated to be 21,599 rand 10 cents. So now we're calculating the future value of the payments, meaning future value end of month 17, because 17 payments were made but the 18th payment was missed. So now we say plus minus 21,599 10 cents is our monthly payments. And these monthly payments, they are earning interest at 7.5% divided by 12. Then after we have to say n will be how many? It will be 17, because 17 must be included, minus 7. That will give us 10, because it will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 payments were made because the 18th payment was missed. So now we compute the future value of the 10 payments. Future value of the 10 payments. So now the minute we get this future value, it will be the future value here after the 17th month, or after the 17th payment was made. So now let us continue on that, and we use again the hard copy calculator. Second function alpha 00 to clear the memory. Plus minus 21,599.10 is our PMT. Then we say 7.5 divided by 12 is our interest. Then 10 is our N. Then we compute the future value at the end of month 17, after the last payment was made just before the month where there was a missed payment in month number 18. Then we get the future value here. and this future value is 22,000, or is 210, sorry, 222,000, 222,168 rand 10 cents, 222,168 10 cents, which is 11 cents, rounding off accurate 11 cents. Thank you for that. I'm sure you have identified as you are busy working with me while I'm busy explaining and doing the workings. Then now we say this amount is here. This is where we are. This is the future value we're talking about at the end of the last payment of an annuity. Therefore, now this future value must be converted to become a present value, because this amount, now remember, we are not making payments now. It will stay in the account for month 18, earning interest, month 19, earning interest, month 20, earning interest, up until month number 36, it will be earning interest. So that is why now we need to calculate the future value of the previous future value, if I may say so. We're calculating the future value of the previous future value. Hence, this future value must be converted to become the present value and calculate the future value at the focal date, 36 months, which is 3 years. So we say plus minus 222,168 rand 11 cents is our present value. Interest has not changed, remember, it is still 7.5 divided by 12. Why 12? Because it's compounded monthly. There are 12 months in a year. Our N now will be 36 minus 17. Why? Because 17, we're still making the payment on the 17th month. Therefore, now we'll have to say 36 minus 17. That means this amount will start earning interest without any payments from month 18. So we exclude 17, but we want to include 18 because that is where it will start earning interest without any payment taking place. So this will be 19, which is 36 minus 17. So now we say compute future value. Then now again I use my hard copy calculator. You can still use the app. I did show you the app previous recordings. Plus minus, don't forget second function alpha 00, plus minus 222,000. 168.11 is the present value. 7.5 divided by 12 is the interest. 19 is our N. Then compute future value. So now we have the future value as 250,000. Oh, geez. Compute future value 250,000 and 88 rand 48 cents. 250,000 and 88 rands. Or there is 250,000 and 88 rands. 0.48 cents. 0.48 cents. So now this will be the future value. In other words, now we said this future value of 222,000, which was here after the last payment, we accumulated it to the future value at the end of month 36. So that is where we are now. So in the account, how much do we have? In the account, we have 250,000 and 88 rand 48 cents. That is what we have in the account. So now, do we have enough? We really don't have enough. Why not enough? Because what we need is more than what we have. We need 684,393. Then now we need to calculate what I call the shortage or the remainder. Then let us calculate the remaining balance so that we can calculate how much payments must be made in order for us to get to the remaining balance. We have 684,000, 684,393, 393.75 minus 250,000 and 88 rand 84 cents. This will tell us how much balance is remaining because of the missed payments. Remember, if there were no missed payments, we could have reached exactly to the same amount. But remember, there were payments that were resumed, and these payments were resumed from, remember, from month 23. From month 23, we started making new payments, but we first need to know how much balance is left in order for us to know how much needs to be paid here every month from month 23 up until month 36. I've not forgotten that, please. So now the minute we know the balance that need to be raised, that is remaining, then we can calculate now the monthly payments that will be made from month 23. So now we say 684,393.48 minus 250,000 and 88 rand 48 cents. There is no 48 there. We have 75. 684,393.75 minus 250,000 and 88 rand 48 cents. The answer we get, it is 434,305 rand 27 cents. So now this is the remaining balance after we have raised 250,000 rands because of the after missed payments amount. So now this is what is left in the future, what still need to be raised. How are we going to raise this amount? We have to make now the monthly payments starting from month 23. So now this is in the response now to the second part of the question, where now we need to resume our payments from month 23. From month 23 we resume our payments up until the last month, where the last deposit is made at the end of month 36. So now from month 23 to month 36, we'll have to say how many months are we going to make these payments. It will be, let me just verify that I've written the amount down correct. It is 434,305.27. So we need to say month 36 minus 22 because we are excluding 22, meaning 14 payments per month will be made in order for us to get to this amount. The question is how much these payments must amount to. The question is what the remaining deposits increase to in order for us to get to the target that we're looking for. What the remaining payments must increase to, what must the remaining deposits increase to starting from the end of month 23 in order for Jack to reach his target. So now this is what we're busy with, and we know how much we need in the future, which is that 434,305. So now we are calculating the monthly payments. We have the future value. I want to start here, not in the new page. We have the future value plus minus 434,305.27. This is what we need in the future. What is still left there, remaining balance. We're still earning interest at 7.5% compounded monthly. Our N, I calculated N to be 14, meaning from month 23 to month 36, it will be 36 minus 22. 14 payments would be made. Then we compute the PMT, how much payments must be made in order for us to get to the remaining balance. Then we go again to our calculator. We say second function alpha 00 to clear the memory. Plus minus 434,305.27. 305.27 is our future value. Then 7.5 divided by 12 is our interest. Then 14 is our N. We want to know how much payments must, they said how much payments must increase by. Therefore now it will be 29,000. Let me just use the different color. It will be 29,781.17. So now the payments have increased. Why? Because these payments had to cover for the missed payments from month number 18 up to month number 22. So that when they resume in month number 23, then now the payments are higher than they were initially calculated as 21,599 rand 10 cents. So now if you can be asked by how much will these payments increase, these payments will increase by the difference of the two, or the increment amount, because of the missed payments. So now this was in response to the second section or second part of this question, and we have clarified ourselves very clearly under number J. Then now we go to the last section. And now obviously the last one, there is definitely another info that is given to us. It says Jack stops making deposits into an account at the end of month 80. Which deposit did he stop? Remember, we are under the assumption that we are no longer here, because the main payment amount that we have was calculated from number I. So now the payments that Jack have missed, we are referring to the payments of 21,599 rand 10 cents. Unless they can say to us then the payments from 18 to 22 they were missed, but that is not the assumption. I'll just read further for you to get enough information on that. Jack stops making deposits into an account at the end of month 80 and leaves the money to earn interest. How much of his money must he add to the amount in the account at the end of year 3 in order for him to purchase the boat? Then repeat that one again. How much of his money, his own money, must he add to the amount in the account at the end of year 3? Is very important. At the end of year 3, not at any period, but at the end of year 3, meaning the shortage amount, he will deposit it by himself. So how much can he have in order for him to purchase the boat then, which is 3 years to come? The first deposit is made at the end of month 8, and the last deposit is made at the end of month 30. Now this makes very clear that we are no longer missing any payments. So now the payments that Jack stops making at month 30, we are referring to the payments of 21,599.10, because those are the payments that started from month number 8, but now they go up to month number 30, somewhere there 30, just 6 payments before the end of the focal date. So now the question again says, or the statement says, the first payment is at the end of month 8 and the last payment at the end of month 30. Then how many payments Jack is going to make? It will be 30 minus 7. That means Jack will make 23 payments. Then it says the money is left in the account until the end of month 36. So now meaning the future value at the end of month 30 becomes the present value in order for it to earn interest without any payment up until end of month 36. Then we need to check how much is the remaining balance that Jack need to take out of his own money in order for him to have the amount that he need. It further says interest remained unchanged also for this entire period, is still at 7.5% per annum compounded on a monthly basis. This one is very easier, but I might share something that we talked about previously regarding this one and the remaining balance. Then now we are dealing with the number of payments, which is the future value of the 23 payments the Jack that must make, which is from month number 8 up until month number 30. We need to know the future value because Jack made these payments from month number 8 up until month number 30. Now we come to the same scenario. We say Jack makes the payments from month number 8 up until month number 30. So let us say month number 30 is here. Then we need the future value on after the last payment. So now let us compute the future value after the last payment. Then now we're calculating the future value after the last payment. Just throw another line here so that we are very clear. This is month number 8, and this is month number 30, and this is month number 36. So now Jack is paying 21,599.10 up until the end of month 30. He's still paying 21,599.10. Then he leaves the money in the account. Hence I said we need the future value after the last payment. So we have plus minus 21,599.10, which is PMT, monthly payments. Even if it's quarterly payments, they are still PMTs. Interest is 7.5 divided by 12. Very lovely. Interest has not changed here. Remember, it can be more information where the interest rate is changing and with different dimensions. N is the number of times the amount was paid or the payments were made. We said 30 minus 7 will give us 23, meaning 23 payments will be made by Jack, which is 30 minus 7. We always minus the previous period before the start of the payment. So that will be 23 payments. Then we need to know how much will be in the account after the last payment, meaning when the annuity ends. The annuity is ending here on month 30 because there is a stoppage. So now we're calculating the future value, where now we have to say in our calculator second function alpha 00 to clear the memory. Remember, I'm using sharp calculator, not the HP. Plus minus 21,599 rand 10 cents is monthly PMT. 7.5 divided by 12 is our interest, press interest. 23 is N, compute future value. So after we compute the future value, we get to 532,474 rands, 474 rands, 92 cents. 474.92 cents. So this is the amount that will be in the account just after the last 30th payment. So now we know that the focal date for Jack is not 30 months. The focal date for Jack is 36 months. So now this future value or this amount will remain in the account month 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So this is 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So this future value, which is future value at the end of month 30, will earn interest for the next 6 months, which is 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So now it will accumulate interest. Hence now this future value, when we increase to month 36, we need to change it to become the present value so that we can accumulate or know how much will it be in the future, which is in the 36th month. So now we do the same thing that I've been preaching throughout the topic of annuity. Then I will say plus minus 532,474.92 is the present value. Then we say the interest has not changed, it's still 7.5 divided by 12. Our N, which is the number of months this current present value will earn interest in to reach up to March 36, will be 6 months. How do I get 6 months? 36 minus 30. That gives us 6 months. So you can show those calculations, 36 minus 30, because month 30 we did make a payment in month 30. So now we are just accumulating the future value from the present value after there was no longer payment. So we're starting in month number 31. Hence we remove number 30, we say minus 30, so that we can start from 31 to 36. Then we compute the future value. Then now we need to know how much will be in the future. Then after we say second function alpha 00 plus minus 532,474 rand 92 cents is the present value. 7.5 divided by 12 is the interest. 6 is our n. Compute future value. Then we get 757.34. This is now what will be in the account at the end of month 36. Oh no, why it does not want to write this for very well, but you can see there that is 4. Yes, 757.34. Now that we have this, we know that this amount is what will be in the account at the end of month 36. So this is the future value exactly at the end of month 36. Now, is the future value enough? Definitely no, because this person needs to raise an amount of 684,393. Then how is he going to raise the difference? They told us that how much of his own money must he add to the amount in the account at the end of year 3. So now he needs to put money in the account, not a present value starting somewhere almost in month 20, then ends interest. No, how much must he add at the end of the time period? So now we need to say his own money will be 684,393.75 minus deduct 557.34. It will be 684,393.75 minus 552,757.34 equals, that means Jack will need to have 131,636,000 rands 41 cents out of his pocket money if he decides to stop making the payments at the end of month 30 and leaves the money in the account earning interest up until month 32. So now this is what he will need to have to add in order for him to buy the boat within this period of 3 years that he gave himself a target to. So guys, these questions were very lovely. You can see they ask different things, but at the same time we are doing the same thing. They just ask it in different approach so that you can have this comprehensive knowledge of the subject called statistics for accountants 1 or business calculations. With that guys, you've been lovely. The next question will be coming soon. It will be on BGN and also on BGN, to be honest, and the conversion, but I will put it as the first question, so you might not say that it is the first question, but it will be on conversion and also how to use BGN, which we dealt with in the beginning, but there are 2 questions that I want to do just to remind you of that. With that guys, you've been wonderful. Any question, don't forget to text me, WhatsApp me, email me. then I'll respond as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.